Hello guys, welcome back to another Cooking with 8-Bit Sasquatch video. Today I'm here with my mom. She's not going to show her face, but only her hands and maybe her voice. So what was it called?
We're going to make cavatelli.
So we're making cavatelli, and it's old school pasta. And we got some flour. How much scoops?
We have 6 cups of flour,
6 cups of flour,
2 cups of warm water, and we're going to use a pinch of salt, about a teaspoon and a half.
Before we start off, please share, like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Please share on Facebook or Instagram. I don't care. So yeah, let's start. So what do we start with?
Okay. So Mace, you're gonna pour the water in here a little bit at a time, right?
Yep.
And we're gonna try and collect it. And you're just gonna move it around in the flour, and it's gonna start coming together. Okay.
Okay.
I'm also gonna throw in, like I said, a little bit of salt. Might look like it was a lot, but it's not. We're going to finish adding our water, okay? A little bit at a time. Stream it in, because you don't want to break the well.
Yeah.
Some people make pasta in a mixer, with a hook. Some people do it by hand. This is the old method. And we're using a noodle board here, too. So, get it to come together here. And then we're going to knead it.
Yep.
And then we're going to roll it out. Oh. All right, Mason, I need your help here. I'm going to have you pour that water into the center here in just a minute, okay?
Okay.
Okay, get it. Right here. Nice and slow. Okay.
So good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to try and collect all the flour here.
Zoomed in.
We're going to do some more. Don't stop. Come back.
Okay.
Okay. Keep going. Okay. Let's let the flour catch up. I like to scoop my flour back on top so it gets an opportunity to work in and not run out. So you don't have water.
You can be loud, don't worry.
You don't have water running off the board.
Yep.
Okay, let's get that last little bit. Get it in there. Okay. All right. All right, now comes the hard part. I'm going to start bringing this dough together, okay? Pasta dough takes a lot of kneading. It takes strong hands, okay?
Okay.
I always try and scoop from the side, bring it up, but I try to spin the dough at the same time. So you're working all the dough, okay? See how it's coming together? A nice dough. So, again, this is just all-purpose flour. I mean, you could use semolina flour if you wanted to. That would probably be even more authentic, but we got this on hand, okay? See how it's coming together? We still have just enough flour for the board, right? All right, let me get my bench scraper, and I'll show you how that works. I'm going to try and collect it all together. Okay. All right. Eventually, too, because your hands are wet, the pasta will stick, but it'll stop. Once you start kneading enough, it'll start to collect here. Okay. Let me wash my hands real quick, Mace, and I'll show you the rest. Okay. So this is a bench scraper, Mace. What we're going to do here is try and collect all this stuff that's down here, the little bits. So we're just going to scrape it off and try and incorporate as much as we need. Bench scraper is good for pastry. It's good for pasta dough. It does just this. It scrapes the board. Okay? So, as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking we may need more flour, but you always want to go sparingly on that. The more flour you use before you incorporate, if you have too much, you're going to have a very tough dough. It won't go smooth. It'll take you a long time to roll out. So, see now, I washed my hands, so it's kind of cheating, but it's not really sticking to my hands anymore. It's staying together. The other thing you need to know, the reason you need pasta for so long, yeah, we're gonna need some flour here because it'll be a little sticky, is this is how you get the gluten to stretch. And the gluten kicks in and gives you a nice toothsome pasta. Okay? All right. We're going to add a little flour, so I'm going to put that off to the side.
Zoom in on that.
That's going to make a lot. But we're going to make a little extra for Mr. Verone's dad. Okay? All right, let's see. We'll start with that. All right, and we go. So if you look closely, Mace, you can see how the pasta is all bumpy. We're going to keep doing this until it smooths out. Okay? We're going to keep kneading and kneading and kneading until it smooths out. It's nice and smooth. And then we're going to let pasta rest. You always want to let it rest. Give it a good hour. Wrap it in a good bit of saran wrap. I don't need any boot camp today.
Yep.
You have any questions, kiddo?
Not really. If you guys have any questions, put it in the chat below. And just another reminder, please share. Desperately need more subscribers.
I'm just going to make a simple marinara with this. And I'm thinking maybe some meatballs, but because you and Daddy like meatballs. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
So what you gotta do is fold it, and with the palm of your heel, push it forward.
The heel of your hand.
The heel of your hand, and push it forward.
Yep.
Fold it. Push it forward.
Good job.
Forward. Push it. Fold it. Forward. Push it. You guys might get the point now.
Let's show the texture though here. You can see it's still a little bumpy, but it's an awful lot smoother than it was. So we're gonna do this a little longer and wrap it in wrap, and we'll be back. Okay. So we're also gonna make a quick meatball here, Mace. So in this bowl, I have some ground Parmigiano. I've got basil. I've got some parsley, some oregano, some pepper, 1 egg, and 1 pound of beef. Normally I use a meatloaf mix, which is veal, pork, and beef, but we're not being fancy today. This is just for a couple of meatballs. The only reason why I want to show you, this is the important part. this right here, we've got milk and we've got bread. You don't ever put breadcrumbs in your meatballs, got it? You take a piece of bread, you soak it in your milk, okay? Get it good and soaked. Give it a little squeeze for the excess, okay? And then you break it apart. This makes a much better meatball. You don't have all spread out. You have nice moisture with this so that you're not cutting into your meatball and having it scooting across the plate, okay?
Okay.
All right, you want nice moist meatballs, never breadcrumbs, got it?
Okay.
Okay. Then you mix it all up and you make your balls with it. And traditionally, we always fried it, but you know Mommy's not about the frying anymore and we're eating healthier. So Mommy's gonna bake these, and as a matter of fact, this is wheat bread. So I'm gonna use 3 for 1 pound. You can use, I would say 2 minimum, 2 slices of bread minimum, but 3 is good too, okay? All right, I'm gonna put this one in here. We're gonna put this one in here, and then we'll come back and I'll show you a quick sauce, real quick marinara, and then we're good. Okay. So if you look over here, we got our tomato. Mommy just chopped up a bunch of garlic, and I have some seasoning here in a bowl, which is basil, crushed red pepper, oregano, regular black pepper. We've got a little oil in the pot. Okay, the pot, it's coming up to temperature. I like to start on a medium so that way the garlic doesn't get out of hand. You don't want to, right here, hon. You don't want to have your garlic go brown, okay, because that'll make it bitter. So you want to catch it just before. So garlic goes down first, okay?
Should we tell them like with the temperature and everything?
I said medium.
Oh yeah, medium.
Yep,
Okay.
medium. So we got that going in there, okay?
Just get a little.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
And we're gonna get that started. We're gonna move it around a
Get a
little
wooden
bit.
spoon.
Yeah. And we're gonna watch that bubble a little bit, and then we're gonna throw our tomato paste and our seasoning in there. I forgot to say in the meatballs there's also garlic too. I had put some garlic, but it got buried, which is why I forgot. And the other thing about this particular sauce, you and your brother don't like tomato chunks, right? So Mommy's got to change it up because I like to have like whole tomatoes that I crush up. So I use crushed tomato, a little bit of sauce, tomato paste, what have you. In here.
Oh, here. Could just do it like this.
Well, they won't.
No, you should get a camera that goes on top of here.
Okay, well, you're not that fancy yet. When you get there, we'll do it.
You know, when I'm old enough to get money from YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. So right there you have about, see, a little over a tablespoon of tomato paste. We're not using a lot of tomatoes, so you don't need much more than that. We're not making a huge pot of sauce here. So, yep, stir it up. Mix it in with those.
Can I hold it?
Yeah, sure.
Because I don't want to burn myself.
We're going to mix it in with the garlic. So it cooks together. That'll also help your garlic from going brown too fast.
Yep, just like regular pasta.
Regular pasta.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, stir it around, break it up. Can I?
Yep. There you go. I can use the phone if you want. Don't top my phone.
So this isn't the most authentic way to go, but all sauce generally starts the same way, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to dump in our seasoning. We might add more. I always start with a little. You can always add more. You can't take it out once it's in, okay?
Yep.
All right.
This is how you make sauce?
Pretty much. We're going to let that go for a minute or so. I'm going to throw the tomatoes. And we'll let this cook while everything else cooks. So while we're waiting the hour for our pasta to be ready, it's good to get everything else started, you know?
Yep.
And, you know, typically if I was making a meat sauce, we'd start a whole lot different. Maybe if you want to learn that one sometime, we can do that. But
Comment down below if you want to learn about meat sauce.
All right, right now we're going to throw in our crushed tomato. I have a 20-ounce can of crushed tomato. All right. And then I have some tomato sauce, just a regular 14-ounce can of tomato sauce. I think I'm going to do 2 here because we're making a lot of pasta, so and I need it to cover the meatballs. The meatballs made, just shy of a dozen. We had 11. And they're in the oven baking because, again, we're trying not to fry stuff too much. So, all right, we're going to let that go for a little while. Then we're going to taste it, see what it needs, okay? And if it needs more salt, more pepper, whatever, we'll give it to. 2 minutes, and then you taste again. Always use a clean spoon because that's gross.
Don't want COVID.
Not COVID. That skeeves me. All right. So we'll be back and we'll start working the pasta out, okay?
Okay.
All right.